Yeah. But we'll figure out the name. What do you got there?
Well, I take a look at a lot of laptops that do many things well, but I thought maybe this time I'd take a look at a laptop that does just one thing incredibly well. So this is a Razer Blade 14-inch. This is their 2013 model, and it's just
Look how
for
thin that
gaming.
is.
It's super
So
thin.
it's an Ultrabook for gaming.
For gaming. Crazy powerful gaming.
Stealth Fighter inspired composite fiber panels, Gucci designed palm rest, 30 megapixel web camera, ultra thin Blu-ray optical drive, Porsche branded display, smart material coated keyboard keys, liquid metal casing, titanium hinges, gold coated USB multifunction ports. All part of this futuristic laptop from Razer. Wait, what is this, a designer espresso maker? Heck no. This is the 2013 Razer Blade 14-inch gaming laptop, and it doesn't have any of that junk. What it does have is a crazy amount of horsepower packed into an ultra-portable laptop designed for one thing and one thing alone: gaming. The Blade is currently the world's thinnest and lightest gaming ultrabook, at 13.6 inches long, 9.3 inches deep, and 0.66 inches high, with 4.1 pounds of heft, all wrapped in a jet black industrial design-inspired aluminum shell. Right above a large responsive multi-touch trackpad is a recessed keyboard that has plenty of travel and a pleasingly firm feedback, accented by Razer's ghoulish green backlight. Straddling the keyboard are stereo speakers that provide plenty of power, even if they are a bit anemic on the low end. The display is a 14-inch HD+ 1600 by 900 16 by 9 matte finish panel with an LED backlight. It's topped by a 1.3 megapixel web camera and an array microphone. Razer omitted a touchscreen, which is disappointing since the Blade ships with Windows 8.1, but not unexpected since touch isn't a feature required by the type of games the Blade was made for. Ports are sparse. The left side houses the power port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and a combo headphone microphone jack. The right side adds a Kensington lock port, an HDMI output, and a third USB 3.0 port. Noticeably absent is the Ethernet port, which is more than a little annoying considering that this is designed to be a gaming notebook. Instead, onboard networking is provided by a killer wireless N 1202 chipset providing dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz 802.11 ABGN, along with Bluetooth 4.01. Our review unit came equipped with a 256GB SSD, but the Blade can also come equipped with 128 or 512GB of ultra-fast storage. Of course, being a gaming notebook, the real specs are all about the power. And the processing punch comes from a quad-core Intel Haswell i7-4702HQ CPU, operating at 2.2 GHz with a 3.2 GHz turbo mode. The CPU is supported by 8 GB of 1600 MHz DDR3L memory. The Blade uses NVIDIA's Optimus Tech. That means that the laptop will use power-sipping integrated class graphics processing when browsing or media watching, but then switch to a pixel-crunching NVIDIA GeForce GTX 765M with 2 GB of dedicated GDDR5 memory when gaming. When paired with the quad-core Haswell CPU, this means that the Blade's integrated 70 Wh lithium-ion polymer battery was able to survive our rundown tests for 7 hours 2 minutes. Now that number will go down if the GPU and CPU are taxed, but that's still a phenomenal runtime on a quad-core gaming laptop that simultaneously gives you a fantastic boost in horsepower. And believe me, that power boost shows. In 3D Mark Vantage, the Razer Blade topped out at 16,955. That places it in the upper echelon of gaming notebooks, and it dominates gaming ultrabooks from Alienware, Main Gear, and even Razer's last generation of gaming notebooks, besting some of them by more than double. Test after test showed high frame rate gaming, even with the eye candy turned to 11. Battlefield, Call of Duty, Crysis, BioShock, all smooth and crystal clear. The one downside to all this processing power in a redonkulously small package is that the Blade tends to get hot, uncomfortably hot when pushed to the limit. But then again, after so much mind-boggling awesomeness, I probably couldn't feel my fingers anyways. While the lack of non-gaming accoutrements may sour the Blade for some, it is undeniably the gaming ultrabook to have for the gamer on the go. The Razer Blade 14-inch gaming laptop is available now. You can find it online for under $2,000.
So, you like it?
I do.
I get the feeling you like it.
I mean, it's crazy powerful. If you want a powerful notebook to do gaming, there really is nothing quite like this. I mean, it's light, it's powerful. Did I mention it's powerful?
Yeah.
Also, it's incredibly powerful.
I just don't expect much power in a machine that thin and light. It just seems like you're going to sacrifice something to get the size down.
Right, and so
We're so used to desktop equivalents, right?
And what really enabled this is Haswell. So the Haswell quad-core i7 has gotten power down there so that the battery will last you 6 to 7 hours. You know, of course, that goes down as you draw more and more power from the GPU and the CPU. But the trade-off is, although this is an incredible machine for gaming, it's not a great machine for anything else.
Because no touch.
No touch, no card slot, no ports beyond 3 USB
It's
and
for
HDMI.
gamers.
It is for gamers, and it's unapologetically for gamers.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't include Ethernet, just because.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
but I got to
so
point out,
much
the
better
MacBook
time
Air
on
doesn't have
Ethernet.
any of those things either.
Right.
And nobody says, well, boy, that must just be for gamers.
Well, but for gaming, though, I can attest that playing through Ethernet works a lot better.
A lot better.
It does. Well, because it's all about the ping. If
Right.
you're a professional gamer and you want this
That's
on
a
the
good
go,
point. I'm sure you can get
you
a,
don't want to
a
go
converter,
wireless.
though.
You can,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, to leave it out, I know people are going to nitpick on that.
And the graphics processor, is it Iris Pro?
It's
or?
a GTX 765.
it has NVIDIA. Okay,
it's
good.
a dedicated graphics part with 2 gigabytes of memory. It is wonderifically fast.
That's kind of what you expect from Razer.
Exactly. But hot. After about an hour of gaming on this thing, as I showed in my review, the keyboard where you touch gets over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty hot.
Yeah, just be careful.
Don't play games in your lap.
Yeah. I would say, don't play. Yeah, please don't play.
Please,
in your lap.
kids.
Let's be safe here. But if you're a gamer, and if you're a gamer who wants your gaming machine on the go, so not just your desktop, not just your big 11-pound desktop replacement, this is an absolute buy.
It might be your second computer.
You might be your second computer. $2,000 though for
That's a good
anybody
price.
else.
That's a fair price.
Yeah.
No, well, you think it's too much.
Yeah. For anybody else.
MacBook Air is $12.99.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Father Robert Balliser, Society of Jesuits, and our regular contributor on This Week in Enterprise Tech, on Know-How. You're taking over the channel here on the show Before You Buy all the time, and soon to be on other shows.
Is it buy?
Oh, this is a buy.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even say, did we?
It's a buy.
It's a buy. It's okay. Even at that price, it's
Buy
a buy.
it now. Go.
Buy it. Go get it. Get
You can find out more about this fantastic offer by clicking the link in the description.
We're looking at the $22.99 model.
Whoa, so this is $300 more than Shannon's.
Yes, it's $300 more, but this is the Ultrabook style.
Right.
And it doesn't have all the crazy amenities like this, like, you know, a heavy adapter or like a DVD or a PCMCI card or anything of that sort.
This is for
But
the executive,
this is
the
for the
CEO,
executive, yes,
the C-level, or the IT guy,
Right.
who gets to choose whatever he wants.
Right. And it has
Touch,
some really,
good, right.
it's touch-based. And before I get into display, because that's really the big piece here, it has some really nice specs. You're looking at i7 Haswell, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD.
SSD.
Yes.
All right.
3.0 USB ports, mini display, HDMI, Bluetooth 4.0, all the good stuff you'd expect, cameras, all the whiz bangs that you'd expect to see, including an SD card. So it's really nice. Just from the top, just looking at the specs alone, it's really, really nice. What I really wanted to show off was just the speed at which the display runs at. So this display, and this is the thing that really knocks your socks off, is it's 3200 by 1800. It's really close. It's better than Retina.
Wow.
3200 by 1800.
Yeah, it's close to 4K. 4K
That's
is
really
like
nice.
3800 something.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
Very high res, and
Obviously, you
yet
won't be
no
able to see
trouble
this through
pushing
the
those
camera.
pixels.
Yeah.
It must have a dedicated graphics adapter, I'm thinking.
it is. And
Yeah.
the graphics adapter is a GeForce. It's a 750.
NVIDIA 750 is very good. Yeah.
750 GT.
Yeah.
So it's pretty ridiculous. And I'm just gonna snap some of the stuff together here, but yeah, it's really, really, really fast. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is kind of the creme de la creme.
Yeah. Let me just follow
Spend
up.
$300 more and get this one, Shannon. Don't buy that big heavy old one.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I'm kind of liking the display.
Yeah.
in there.
Love the display,
Not to
love the
mention
touch.
app with all the drinks.
How
on
about
it.
battery life? We were only getting
Battery
5
life,
hours out of the Toshiba.
This one is pushing 7 hours.
Okay.
Right now, if I'm just looking at the desktop,
Even with that big screen.
even with this huge screen, just pointing at it right now.
You know, Dell's always had the reputation of being kind of the tanks, the boring tanks, the kind of gray boxes. This is pretty nice. This is pretty sexy. You think that's reestablishing Dell and as a designer?
They're pushing themselves to the limit with this line. So the XPS line has always been something that's very high end.
Right.
You know, pushing more pixels and pushing more specs out the door and trying to get things more thinner.
I loved my XPS 13, but it looked a lot more like that Toshiba laptop. It was a big old honking brute.
Right.
This is sexy. This is
The new
good looking.
13 is beautiful. The one that I reviewed last week, I loved it.
And
Give
So this is comparable to the 13, just the 15-inch version
Yes.
of it.
But the
Nice.
13 doesn't have the same resolution either.
Yeah.
It's a little bit lower key than
Well,
this 15.
this is $2,300. Now you can get a lower resolution screen, a smaller processor, and that
Right.
kind of thing
Right.
for lower money. This sounds like we got the top of the line of
Yeah,
the
this
XPS
is the top of the line.
15.
Actually, you'll expect this kind of resolution even at the mid-range.
Really?
Yeah. So that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
All things considered. This is a 4K video, and since we've been talking about MWC, this is a Barcelona demo, and it's running at, this is 4K per se, but obviously we're running at 3200 by 1800.
No
And just
frames
looking-
dropped, beautiful
no frames
fluid
drop.
motion.
I mean, just looking at it
It
right now,
blows
the
me
way
away
it's
that you
just,
can do that.
yeah, it just destroys anything I've seen before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just looking at how the texture is, I mean, and this is a YouTube video of all things. You don't even see the artifacts.
Right.
So it's really, really sharp and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the people that are seeing this from the audience won't be able to
You're
see
seeing
this.
it in a lower quality.
Right,
but
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, just being able to see things like you're inside the train station and seeing all the different detail.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh,
It's
man,
nice.
it's just off the wall. So here are some things too I wanted to show off.
It does feel very fluid too.
Oh, it's very fluid.
Well, you'd have to have a lot of horsepower to push all those pixels.
Right. And as I was showing that to you, these are actually games that are running in the background.
Wow.
And that one just stopped at that moment because I just had it running for so long. But
Finally gave up on
yeah, I
you.
finally gave up on me. But
16
it's-
gigs of RAM doesn't hurt.
16 gigs of RAM doesn't hurt at all. Let me see if Despicable Me still works. Oh, that stopped too.
Oh, you killed it with a 4K
killed
video,
everything.
I think,
Yeah,
is what
pretty much.
happened. You're not
Halo
going to play
Sparks.
Halo.
No. But at least we can see just even the fact that we're running at this resolution, a lot of the games are supporting it.
Yeah.
So we're
This is
seeing
a
this
good
being
gamer
pushed.
laptop, then, you think?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
If Brian pulls up some of the specs on there, here it is. These are actual fun games running at 1366.
Yeah.
But this is actually very respectable frame rates, you know, for these top games that we're seeing now.
But that's a very low
Yeah, these are
resolution.
low resolution, but I mean, a lot of the gamers are playing at either low or somewhat.
Because they
either
want the high frame rates.
Yeah, they want the high frame rates. And here's some of the comparisons with other laptops, you know, and in terms of just 8.1 performance, running 8.1 on Windows, I mean, it's close to beating the higher end laptops, but those laptops by itself are higher priced than this one. So
Right.
you're getting very good value for the dollar.
So let's get the pros and cons, rather.
So the pros is, it actually looks good too. So that's one thing I didn't get a chance to talk about.
It is gorgeous. It looks
Yeah.
like, well, it's an Ultrabook. I shouldn't say
Right,
it's
right,
gorgeous.
right.
Is it metal, plastic?
So this is weird. It has a little split personality. This is a brushed aluminum
Okay.
on the front, and on the back it is carbon fiber.
Yeah. That's
but-
nice.
Yeah,
like
it's really, really
printing.
clean. I mean, it's sort of like a look that you get used to, but this is one thing I really like. It's a matte surface, so it's very resistant to fingerprints.
Love that.
And it's, of course, it's using the convex type style keyboard, so your fingers fit right well.
How much does that weigh?
This is about 3.6 pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Half
I
as
mean,
much
in
as
comparison,
Shannon's.
yeah, this like destroys yours. Like if you're gonna start your workouts, you use this laptop first.
I'm glad we started with Shannon's and ended up with yours.
Right. So if you want to do like less sets, you do that one, right?
Yeah,
You want to do
yeah.
like higher reps,
Yeah.
you use this
So
one.
Shannon's strength training you're for more endurance.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
you
that's
want to do
good.
endurance stuff,
Okay.
you work with this laptop. You know, if you want to work with both, put them in a backpack.
Well,
but
so
yeah.
this sounds good. I mean, great battery life, beautiful display. It's good, nice fit and finish.
Oh yeah.
Though, good pros. What is the con?
The cons, just an ugly adapter. An ugly adapter, and that it is.
You're like looking for cons at that
Yeah,
point.
I was looking for cons
Yeah.
at that point, but I really don't see that many cons.
This is a nice choice.
Right.
You've looked at other 15-inch Windows 8 machines. Would this be your choice among all of
Yes.
them?
So with all the
You can
choices.
find out more about this fantastic offer by clicking the link in the description.